Hello and welcome back to the virtual Strensham Open Day at Strensham Airbase. I'm Becky, I'm one of the trainee critical care paramedics and I'm going to speak to you about our critical care car for Worcester. So behind me you might see two cars. One of them is the car for the Airbase that they use if the aircraft is offline, and one is our Worcester critical care car that we use to respond to the most critically unwell patients within Worcestershire. While working on this car, we go to some trauma cases such as broken bones, falls or sometimes stabbings, but mainly medical cases, which could be anything from a cardiac arrest or to people that have had heart attacks or strokes. So I'll just take you around the car. So we attend over 30 jobs a week within Worcestershire on this car. It holds the same medical kit that's on the aircraft and that's kept in the boot. So we mainly use the car within built-up areas such as Worcester and Birmingham, because sometimes it's more difficult to land the aircraft in built-up areas. Within the car we carry the same equipment that's on the aircraft. This is the advanced equipment, so for things like major hemorrhage, if we need to help support somebody's breathing. We also have our Zoll, which takes blood pressures and people's oxygen saturations. It can also do things like ECGs to look at people's heart rhythm. So when we receive a job, we would receive the case to our handset, and then we would speak to the critical care paramedics that are in the ambulance control centre up at Brierley Hill. They would inform us of the type of case that we were going to and a little bit of information about the patient, depending on what information they have already come through from the call assessor. Then we would accept the job on our Terrafix, and then that would automatically load the sat-nav, showing us where to go and where the case was within Worcestershire. While I'm driving to the case, I would be thinking about the type of treatment that the patient might need and what I may be able to do to help support the ambulance crews. Also, depending on what type of medical problem or traumatic problem that we're going to, what the most appropriate hospital would be to take the patient to. Once we have finished treating the patient on scene, I might leave the critical care car at scene and travel with the ambulance crew by land to the appropriate hospital, where I can continue giving support and appropriate advanced treatment to the patient en route to hospital. And then somebody else could bring my car up to the hospital, so I could collect it after the patient has been handed over to the hospital staff. So we have this car in Worcester and another critical care car in Birmingham, along with our 3 helicopters. It has now allowed us to care for a third more patients per year. So in total we now treat 3,500 patients per year. So that concludes the tour of the critical care car. Thank you very much for watching.